really not good for that section at all. Apparently, if you are dark side and get Anhar going through that part, it's actually pretty easy. But just for whatever reason, Mira is just not built to take on those guys alone. So apparently, if you play Mira, and try to play through that area, it's not going to be a good time, no matter what you do, which is super unfortunate. And I think really an ass backwards way of doing that, because I remember in the vanilla game without restored content, it was actually okay. Right now, here we have the restored content version, and it just fits on that section where it's just an unbeatable scenario. You have to out of it. Really hate that they did that.
Everyone down.
Get Mira to back up and let Atten do the thing. You can just get back up. Oh, it's still coming after me.
Time to even the odds.
Wish you could do that a little bit better, Atten. Pretty unfair right now. Her stance bothers me, I just realized this. Oops.
Good to go. Stand back.
Always here, but why is this locked now? Interesting. One door. Really?
Last, some action.
See through. Cool. Alright. Ooh. I want to wait here on heals.
I hear you.
Can get one more out of him and that's okay. Coffee. Okay. Try this again.
The ship.
Oh, they're gonna go pull everything.
More where I came from.
Looking to get that guy. Gotta go. What? How did he just one hit me from both? What? But I have to. This shit, dude. Ow.
Just say the word.
Hate how Mira looks like a bad. I possibly. Bad and he's stuck. Oh, he's still using cloak. What? That the problem. I really don't put huge importance on. Hmm. Oh. Using. Wowie? it's only... That sucked. Okay, let's try this again. Getting through my shield. Want to do. Watch this.
More where that came from. More where that came from.
No. Not do that. Rapid from him. Speed. Okay. Use it. Then peek out.
More where that came from.
Oh, he's using Sonic. Ooh. That has a chance to stun. I hope it doesn't. You, I'm worried about. Bug veteran. Also, he does use a blaster. Seems to be worse with it than melee. Damage race, got it. Okay. Yep. Hey, Atten soloed it. Just by literally picking him up. Whoa. Whoa. Props, though. Can I talk to you?
You are interrupting me for a reason? I have a lot of work to do, to manage here, right? So, what is it?
Alright, there's my boy. Ooh. I hate having to play like this. It's so shit. Like, I 100% rather would just run out into the midst of combat and do it, which I can do with my character, but I can't do it with my companions. Hey,
More where that came from.
okay, now we're rocking it.
Let's take care.
More where that came from. Time to even the odds. Time to kick you down the side. Let's settle this.
How many of you are there?
Where that came from.
Let's just have massive shootouts in this. I'm gonna be saving after every fight because you know when you can get spooked. Because you can get fooked pretty hard. I think in this next part there are 3 HKs, and they're not as easy as any other HK party that shows up. They're the hardest ones. I think. Odd HKs here. Oh, there's thugs. Let's pick a side. Or they just all show up at once. They're just really good at melee.
Ready?
That's an unfortunate problem. How do I do this?
Ugh, the stink here in the refugee sector is worse than the rest of Narshaka.
Okay, so they have 2 aggressors. We're gonna beat up on Mira. Oh. Damn it. We already got offed. Or Atton already got. Oh. Where's my mouse, dude?
Time to even the odds. Time to kick you.
Mira's somehow still alive. I don't understand why they're that powerful. Oh boy. We're just gonna wait on heals. I really want to come back here on a New Game Plus playthrough and just shit on everything. Like drop the fattest dookie on everybody.
Ready?
Here, you can heal up a lot from I support. Oh yeah. Good. They're not HKs out here? I swore there was. There. Can I buy stuff from you? Damn. I'm gonna go this way because I want to see what's coming. Click more again. It only looks like 3 Gand. Technically, I could avoid them, but that's not how we do things.
Everyone down!
And they're being dumb too, so.
That's another one for me. That's another one for me.
More where that came from! More where that came from! Let's settle this.
Okay, perfect. T3. Accuracy's 3. This is one of the upgrades we need. Here. Oh, yikes. Can I get one more? Yes. Shit. Breakdown. Holy. Just in case those are worth a lot. Rather break down a lot of the smaller stuff, that is not. Think I have enough? Yeah. I had to use them, which I can get more per day, probably after I'll break down a bunch of stuff, and I can make my character hella
Just say the
overpowered.
word.
Is someone there? Welcome to my shop. Can you change our ship's ID signature? You have a card? Yep. I'm excited. I just need to create one more set of those upgrades, which is about 1,000 components, and then we're good. Okay, 2 party members. Ooh. HK. I think there's a workbench on the ship, but again, our main goal is to beat ourselves to our character and get her as soon as possible. I'm gonna pull up a map of KotoR's yacht on my phone so I know where I'm going.
Taranamo Sibu and Dasarans, Krema Sunkun Ratungala, Chawi Mo Jubu and Kosoracha. Moka Kamaran and Doso ran with no chabi. Du Rantamana Sobu. Taranamo Sibu and Dasarans, Krema Sunkun Ratungala, Chawi Mo Jubu and Kosoracha. Moka Kamaran and Doso ran with no chabi. Du Rantamana Sobu.
Okay, I know where I'm going. I just need up.
I was expecting someone taller. I hope you are not in too much pain to hear my words and understand them. I am Koto, one of the officials representing a percentage of non-sanctioned trading here in both the YouTube system and Republic space. And I had a question for you. Are you a Jedi?
I'll write this down. So, there is a part in here that requires you to know binary decimal. And what that is, it's a set of 3 numbers that you essentially have to read backward. I'll explain it if you do it correctly. I'm not Googling the right thing. Okay, so if I do this right, if I have here, which should be 4. What? That work? Sorry guys, I'm doing math because I want to get this right, because it's really cool if you do the count.
Good. I am already wasting precious minutes in granting you this audience, and I do not wish to waste any more. I have gone to considerable expense and effort to bring you here. It is because I have a job for you.
Oh, because it's not... Is it? Okay, so it's... One, two, okay. Okay, so essentially, this is going to be probably hard to read. So essentially the way the binary decimal system works is you want to start on the far side, which is times 1. So essentially the first number that you get is either going to be 1 or 0, and you times that by itself. So it's either going to be 1 or 0. Then the next value you need to multiply by 2. So if it's 0, it doesn't really add anything. If it's 1, then you get 2. And then the last one is by 4. So if it's a 1, you get 4. It's a little confusing. Got the math correct. We're good, boys.
Assassins, no. Some of the bounty hunters on Nar Shaddaa, however, have chosen to interpret my commands in a manner not of my choosing. You are no value to me dead. If you were a Jedi, they could not kill you anyway. If they could, then you were useless to me. There is something important to me I need protected. The Republic. It is broken. What happened on Paragus has set in motion events that I can no longer control. Not to be melodramatic, but I fear it has broken the galaxy irrevocably. This has occupied much of my attention, and there seems to be no predictable way to resolve the situation. In one standard month, the Republic will collapse. Not due to war or secession, but because it lacks the infrastructure to support itself. It is unknown to all but a few, but the Sith won the Jedi Civil War. Even with their supposed victory, the war left the Republic on the brink of collapse. Rather than remain and help solidify the Republic, however, Revan chose to leave known space. A frustrating turn of events, as a rallying figurehead could have done much to restore order.
Expect me to do about it?
There is something moving in the galaxy that lies beyond the ability of my instruments to detect or predict. I believe it to be a legacy of the Sith, but I have been unable to determine the source. Whatever this presence is, it is staging strikes at key figures throughout the Republic, and through some unknown means, it is causing the destruction of worlds. KotoR, a Miraluka world in the Mid-Rim, was one such place. I have reason to suspect there was a gathering of Jedi on that world when it was rendered lifeless. I cannot find any pattern in these attacks, and it is a source of frustration to me. There is some clue, however, that perhaps the Jedi are linked to these attacks, or that the targets are significant in some way I have yet to discover. You misunderstand me. I do not wish to stop the Sith any more than I wish to stop the Jedi. It is simply important to me that the infighting amongst these Jedi religious branches be resolved so the galaxy may be put back together. I do not care which one triumphs. I only want the universe to settle down for a while, catch its breath. All these constant crises are getting somewhat repetitive.
So spoiler alert, Goto is not this person. Goto is actually one of these two. He's a droid. The lore behind him is rather interesting. However, the execution of Goto, not so much. Essentially what Goto is he was a Republic intelligence built to keep the Republic afloat. And like keep it strong. However, it broke when it figured out that it cannot do so legally, and it had to keep the Republic alive illegally. So that's where it kind of got a little bit corrupted, and that's why Goto is so fucking weird here. Is because he's a broken droid that doesn't know how to save the Republic without doing it illegally. I find it rather interesting, but we'll know more later.
You could say I am something of a patriot. Although I was unable to serve during the troubles with the Mandalorians or against the aggressors known as Malak and Revan, I am able and willing to serve now.
Because you weren't built yet.
The problem is I can find no side to choose. Both are hidden from me as they seem to be hiding from each other. Irritating. It is like a Dejaric board where neither player can see the other, nor see all the pieces. It is not a fair game, an equitable game. Bazak bores me. I often suspect my opponent of cheating. I prefer predictable games, such as galactic economics. Excellent. It really is in your best interests, you know. There is no margin for error when I say that these Sith seek to murder you and all Jedi everywhere. They have been quite efficient. And when they dispose of you, left to stop them, and the galaxy will fall under their influence.
Okay. I'll help if you let me loose.
Ah, well, there is where we are at cross purposes. I cannot set you free. You have a tendency to cause dangerous repercussions wherever you go, and I would rather keep those to a minimum. The galaxy really is a fragile place right now. I am a businessman. The Republic needs stability to survive, prosper, and grow. Whether it is led by the Sith or supported by the Jedi is of no consequence to me.
What is that alarm?
It is the proximity alarm. We are under attack. Somehow your allies have found you. Unexpected. You will remain here under guard. I must see to the defense of my ship.
Not gonna happen there, Chief. Okay, already account. So the first count is 2, but we're gonna level up HK first. Where did his gun go? Glad he has demolitions because it increases health. Increase. Alright, so we got shut down. Good. And I'm gonna need you to.
Let me take care
This.
of this. Pure Pazak.
Parts.
Acknowledgement.
For the count. 2. Program. Hey. It is. Computer skill. Ah, yes. You. Okay, so I think we have 3 rooms to go through to get to our character.
Time to take you down to size.
Ratio achieved.
HK, you god! Oh, these Goto droids are a pain in the ass. This code will allow unrestricted access to the payment system throughout the Goto command console. Okay. Yeah, these Goto droids suck. Like, dealing with.
Time to even the odds.
Combat mode 0.
100, that is 4. Huh?
Target acquired.
Oh, you shielded too. The fact that I got this plasma cannon is stupid lucky for HK. Oh, come on, hit your target, dude. 10145. That's 5.
Pure Pazak.
Ready to serve.
Goes to the turret system, which is what we need, because otherwise we're gonna get wrecked in the hallway to get our character. That's not something we want. Now this next room is gonna be huge ass.
Yes, master.
Yep. Because of that.
Ratio achieved.
Where would that came from?
Assassination protocol.
HK just saved Atten.
Just say the word.
Ooh, nice pistol.
Ready to serve.
Good. Chamber. Or if we have to go back. It.
Optimal accuracy ratio achieved. Optimal accuracy ratio achieved. Optimal accuracy ratio achieved.
Time to even the odds.
HK is way too good. But go off those guys. So I think because I entered the count I don't have to enter it again. So there's a bunch of droids and stuff on the other side of this. Hey. Still fighting in there. Gonna do a little bit of a yes. Because in vanilla, I think you're always able to enter the count. Yeah, so if you enter the count, good. See if since Aden can die and get back up, have Itch sit out here. Have Aden open the door.
Let me take care of this. Pure Pazak.
One turret.
Acknowledgement.
Just say the word.
2 turrets.
Everyone down!
They hurt. But I
Everyone
killed it.
down!
That one has damage on it.
Time to take you down to size. Everyone down!
Nice.
Yes, Master.
Oh, I'm so happy with that. And we got our character back. Yes.
Just say
I somehow didn't level up at Aden. Sure, hell it did. I'm about to level up.
the word.
What we're trying to do is we're trying to load the secondary power system. Alright, so my next goal is to find a bench. Oh, hello.
More where that came from. Time to take you down to size.
101, that's 5.
0.
4, that's 6. Another one right there. Don't want to get that way quite yet. Okay, there's a lab station. That way, that. Do want to go. Droid in here. Also, map complete. Reset. Ooh, shiver. Stupid. This is the airlock. Oh. Okay. We're not understanding how to open stuff. Okay. Interesting. Huh. Decent armor. Good protection, shit for decks though. Okay, so forward all that. Oh, there's a workbench here. They just oh, the next room. Did miss this room. Whoa, hold up.
Optimal accuracy ratio achieved.
HK, what are you doing? Adden, what are you doing? What?
More where that came from.
I mean, the turrets aren't hurting that bad, but why are they fighting in here?
Everyone down.
Oh, that was almost scary. Cool. Right first. Oh, hello.
Ratio achieved.
More where that came from.
Ratio achieved. Optimal accuracy ratio achieved.
Okay. Then we'll clear out the other side. Whatever shield it just had got ripped off. So,
They have gotten farther than I calculated.
all I had to do was just get my character in the party and I'll rip through everything. But then again, HK was also a baller before that too.
Deploy the guard droids. Raise the force fields. We will trap them within the ship. Activate the mines. Let us see how far they get now.
All the way. Hatton.
Just say the word.
Oh.
Wait here.
Okay, I think if I move to that other one, they're gonna Hatton best stealth. Back. My character.
Time to even the odds. More where that came from. More where that came from.
Access code money. Yo. But I don't want to disable them because I think it actually just makes them inert, and I don't want to do that.
Say the word. Wait here.
So I'm just gonna do this manually. Because these deadly frag mines are worth so much. They're also worth quite a bit of components too. But we don't have T3 here. All after to get those parts. And this is the other side. Okay. Oh. Oh, yes. This part. I want all these mines.
Ratio achieved.
Thank you, Ed. Really help too much though. You don't have massive treat injury. Guys' animations are bugged. They're still hitting, they just don't have no animation for it. Okay, y'all are still chilling. Still gonna run solo, just
What is this place? Some kind of control center?
These systems aren't controlling the ship, they're tracking the signal, maybe even galaxy-wide.
I suggest you surrender. Your chances for escaping this vessel are near zero, and your chances of survival are rapidly approaching that number. Your ship and your lives are mine. The only question is how much resources you want me to expend in subduing you.
Not gonna get very far.
I hear you.
Magic.
Wait
Preferably.
here.
So much money, and we're gonna need it because we're guaranteed a Mandalorian Ripper. Luxon. And that's the second best gun that we can get. Shitload of mines, holy. That was close. I'm gonna level up right now, though. Alright, no hostiles. Interestingly enough. Probe. That's what I wanted.
I don't know how many more of these pests I can disintegrate. What remains of the bounty hunters have found me. Now it is time to cue the detonation sequence.
Tonos emeragith. Wanarachita sa inchobin sasha. Tosimana rachata.
Okay. Welcome to try.
Taranamo sibu and dasarans. Krema sunkun ratungala. Chawi mo jubu and kosoracha.
Nice, Stacy. You guys.
More where that came from.
Alright, so now I think bounty hunter will be everywhere. Yep. They hurt too.
Time to even the odds. Time to take you down to size.
Ratio achieved.
He had loot. Mandalorian heavy armor. Back for you. Go out this side first.
Time to even the odds.
HA just struck right in there. Leveled up.
I hear you.
Master Power Blast, now he's even more ridiculously powered. You're dead. Patton killed you both. Or at least you should.
More where that came from.
Ratio achieved. Ratio achieved.
Mechana creve mopa. Kama suna ramga ma chochane.
Oh, he only...
When
did you really?
Not again.
Suraku, popayi, botenya, tachimorota kamsa, javaskobo subjob, rigiso karuenoxo, mochitosa sagrindeyo.
Ladies, what you need is a man who understands the two of you and understands your needs.
Kawanabota tagwa kanka diwa.
Hold up, guys.
Utaka alwanji umalipa. Tues mahawika si wawanta mo guika wansoba. Wakama nurawa. Tahupo botenyo go jucho picha. Gwen taba ni sochu. Norotoga proto lala shishi. Juba dosa jibacha. Ratak mansan. Tokosha na chitolo.
I was kind of hoping that mating with scruffy humans might have been the first on that list.
Tahupo botenyo go jucho picha. Gwen taba ni sochu. Norotoga proto lala shishi. Juba dosa jibacha. Ratak mansan. Tokosha na chitolo.
Run? I didn't run from you two shuttas last time. And this time, I'm gonna make sure you stay down.
Good job. However, I'm going to save. I'm going to have to take a quick break here because I'm being called to do something. So I'll be back in a couple minutes, guys. That will work. Well, so I'll be right back. Sorry about that. A little bit longer than I wanted. Okay. Back to it. Time to kill these nerds for...
Time to even the odds.
Oh, that was easy. Ooh. Hello.
Switching. Ratio achieved.
I find it interesting that they placed enemies here. Can I not go in here? There's the workbench. Yeah, I did not. Our shield. Enforcement. Okay. You don't have T3. It's too good. Everyone is so... Hold up. What? Boy. Yeah. Yeah. That will happen. Sometimes you're the bug, some...
Target acquired.
Parry this, you casual. Ooh, Adam got stunned.
can't believe we just blew up KotoR's yacht. That's gonna destabilize crime throughout this whole sector.
Yeah, well, you'll understand if I hold back the tears.
You don't understand. Crime in the YouTube system, it's like the economy. Plus the power vacuum. Even if Voga gets up and running again, the system is going to be feeling the effects for years to come.
Yeah, well, at least we didn't find that Jedi Master with the weird name. Zez, Kai, whatever it is.
Zez Kyle? Well, that's not true. I already found him. Actually, he found me first. He hired me to watch out for you, keep KotoR off your back until he could meet with you. We'll need to head back to Nar Shaddaa, to that safe house off the docks. I said I'd meet up with him there if we ran into any trouble. What do you want now?
If you thought to escape my notice so easily, you would be wrong. As a token of my goodwill, I present to you a gift, this droid. It will serve you well on your journey.
You get on my shit.
I'm afraid I do not understand what you mean. As I indicated, this unit will remain with you and guard you.
But that is
It
you.
will also serve as an effective voice for my orders during your journey. I cannot harm you. You are the key to saving the Republic. Pray that you do not prove yourself otherwise.
Okay. Back we go.
So, you have returned from exile. KotoR thought you might, if only to wander your old battlegrounds. But I did not think you would come to Nar Shaddaa. Still, you were always a difficult one to read, both when you were tied to the Force, and even more when it was lost to you.
Why did KotoR think of...
I do not know. It was a sense he had, and he had served in war as you had. Perhaps he thought he understood you, or maybe he simply hoped he did. He felt you were the key to understanding the threat we face. The others were not so certain, but so many of them are gone now, as you no doubt know. He sensed some connection between you and many of the worlds touched by war. He thought by traveling to such places, he could achieve understanding. No doubt. I think the answers will provide us both with some measure of peace. I have kept secrets for far too long. They have scattered, but there is purpose in their movements. It is both to hunt and draw out our enemies. Somehow, we, are being targeted through the Force, and when Jedi gather, we are vulnerable. So we have chosen places where it is difficult to sense others through the Force, whether on planets dense with life, or touched by war. In such places, we may conceal ourselves, gather information, without presenting ourselves as targets. It was part of KotoR's plan.
And?
Yes, he felt if our enemy cannot detect us, then perhaps they would believe themselves victorious and show themselves. And we knew that the war would be lost if we continued to act as we had. I do not know where they wander now. There are few of us, though. Too few. And I have not heard from them in some time.
I encountered Vrook upon Dantooine.
Vrook still lives? I had not felt his presence for some time. What I can...
But I won't say Liz.
Atris, but I had thought she had gone to KotoR with the others.
You sound surprised.
Yes, she holds the last of the Jedi teachings. It is good she survived.
Why didn't you go to KotoR?
I had not finished my investigations here, and I did not wish to reveal myself. There was nothing I could do. Very well.
Happened to them?
It is a long story, but there is no harm in you knowing. And someone should know. Only a handful of us remained after the Jedi Civil War, barely 100 in number. Then, even that 100 began to vanish, in places where the Force seemed blind. The only pattern we determined is that when Jedi gathered, they were seen no more. At the last Jedi conclave on the Miraluka world of KotoR, the entire planet was wiped out, an entire race destroyed, because the Jedi chose to gather there. It was only then that we realized we were facing something far more powerful than we knew how to fight.
Why did you hide?
We could not allow the fact that when we gathered, we placed everything around us at risk. A Jedi's life is sacrifice, but we cannot allow our presence or actions to endanger others. And we cannot fight an enemy that will not reveal itself. But any Jedi, anyone who is strong in the Force, who attempted to track down such a threat, vanished without a trace.
But that makes no sense.
It does, but you must step back to see it. Whatever this threat was, it was targeting us and everything around us. Yet it was somehow weak enough that it was afraid to confront us openly. If it believed us defeated, then perhaps it would finally show itself. It was a faint hope, but it was the best we had. It was KotoR's plan. He was always the greatest tactician among us, and had seen war more than the rest of us. Very well.
I need to know why you cast me out of the...
We told you it was because you followed Revan to war, but you ask because you are not certain of that answer, nor were we. The day we cast you out, that is the moment I decided to leave the Order, because I do not believe we truly faced the reasons you were exiled, and if we do not examine such truths, then we are already lost. I think it was because we were afraid. It is a difficult thing to live one's life with the Force. To see a vision of what it would be like to be severed from it, it is more frightening than you know. Very well. I had thought perhaps that here upon the Smuggler's Moon, I might find some evidence of the threat we faced. The bounties on Jedi and their disappearance. I did not believe the two were connected, but there was a chance. And the strong currents of life here on Nar Shaddaa make perceiving a Force user difficult. I could use it to cloak my movements and watch without being discovered. Very well. Is that what you think? We did no such thing, but it is a technique that has been used as punishment in the past, yes. It is a rare sentence, and to my knowledge it has only been done once, at a moment where a Jedi discipline has failed. What caused your loss, I fear, was different. I am not certain I understand it. We did not understand it fully then, and only recently do I feel we may have become enlightened. The other masters may have more knowledge of this, but I do not, and I do not know if they even live. Does it matter? It seems your power has returned. Perhaps the loss was not a loss at all. Very well. Ah, so the records of your trial were found. Good. Sometimes I think this galaxy would be a better place if there were less Jedi secrets.
Like him better than
I have
Vrook.
no answer for you, as much as I would like to give one. We vowed never to speak of it, and although I would not keep promises to Jedi, I keep promises I make to others. And KotoR was a friend. If we were gathered as one, then the promise might be revoked. Until then, I can say nothing. Very well. Yes, such bonds are a connection that can be formed at moments of crisis, or in the slow understanding that grows between master and apprentice. It is most common between two beings who are sensitive to the Force. It allows the transmission of feelings, of influence. It was something you were gifted with, as I recall, before your fall. You formed such attachments easier than most, even to those who could feel the Force only faintly. Even Vrook could not ignore it, which is saying something. That is most unusual and unnatural. I have never heard of a bond of such strength. There were a few within the Order who knew more than I did of such bonds, but their students were few, lost in the Mandalorian Wars. It was rumored that Revan studied such bonding deeply, both through the Jedi histories and with certain teachers, before he left the Order and went to war. I do not know. A bond between two living beings is not something easily broken. It is not a choice. It is like breaking a feeling, like turning away from the Force. To break a bond, your feelings would have to change, or one of you would have to die. But even then, the bond wouldn't go away. It would simply be empty, a wound. Very well. Yes, it was even. Now I must take up the role I was ready to cast aside. This threat has finally revealed itself, and we Jedi will need to stand together. I did not speak fully of what I have felt. Staying on Nar Shaddaa, it is an exile of sorts, one that I have chosen. I, too, lost a Padawan on Malachor, not to the battle, but to the alternative, to the teachings that Revan brought from the unknown regions. And I was not the only Jedi Master to watch a student turn on them.
In the Mandalorian Wars, no betrayal.
No, they were not to blame, but many of the Order did so. It was a difficult time, a time of strong emotion. Perhaps the Council, perhaps the Order itself, had grown arrogant in their teachings. It is easy to cast blame, but it is perhaps time the Order accepted responsibility for their teachings and their arrogance, and come to recognize that perhaps we are flawed. Not once did I hear one of the Council claim responsibility for Revan, for Exar Kun, for Ulic, for Malak, or for you. Yet, you were the only one who came back from the wars to face our judgment. And rather than attempting to understand why you did what you did, we punished you instead. Our one chance to see where we had gone wrong, and we cast it aside. And now, that decision has come back to us and may carry with it our destruction. Perhaps there is something wrong in us, in our teachings, and though I tried, I could not cause that thought to leave me, so I left the Council. And I was not the only one. That is why many scattered, and why many in the Republic do not trust us, and why we do not trust ourselves. Make no mistake, I am no Jedi. This is the end, you see. After this, there will be nothing, and I think it will be for the best. Do you wish to do battle now? I have nothing more to say. It provides no comfort at all, for reasons in which I still must keep secret. Suffice to say, redemption was not Revan's choice, and I have never believed those of the Council who attempt to console themselves otherwise for the crime they committed. But we have spoken enough, I think. In words I think dull us both. Let us speak through the Force, through sparring. This Xian form should prove appropriate. Its best use is when you are outnumbered, which I fear suits our predicament perfectly. You will find it easier to deflect blaster fire with this form, and it shall also guard you against critical strikes by your opponents.
I think we just found our,
Perhaps exile has been good to
new
you
stance.
indeed. It has certainly not dulled your instincts, nor the speed at which you learn. I shall go to Dantooine, to the ruins of the Enclave. If you gather the others, I will meet you there. And thank you, Exile. You're returning. It is good that you are back among us.
Full story. Okay. Can I get my party here? UT3. HK. I have more points than I know what to do with. Alright, I need to hit up E. E. Everyone's back. Need to hit up E. Workbench so I can make upgrades. But I think this is where the HKs come. Yep.
Diagnostic? For some reason, I cannot fire. Obvious statement. This was not anticipated. I am attempting to access my weapon systems, and I cannot. Alarmed embarrassment. If this gets back to the other units, we will be decommissioned.
So yeah, whenever you have HK here, and you come across other HKs, it just party. We're just annihilating health bars.
Failing, master.
Droid wisdom upgrade? Why? Alright, we have a bunch of Radiant quests.
You interrupting?
Yes.
What? Do I look like a passenger ship to you? Ah, all right. You help me, I help you. Fine, I'll do for you. But don't ask of Fasa again. What else? Now that freighters can depart safely, I can use a good pilot. Fasa can do this. Good. I'll send someone for him.
Boga and fuel source.
Kavadumpe masuraku popayi. Herinocho.
Jikarist Batkoki. Botmali Alechonachich. Yulal Binag Ahwata Kratuga Kilewata. Bograkin Unchupagrat Wikile Johnny. Nauchikachi Ayu. Bograkin Unchupagrat Wikile Johnny. Giti Manumak. Bindek Nilurche. Botmali.
Okay, so he's just talking about.
Ulga Kili Botmali Anuish. Watagritog Jimulira. Nicho Duncan now. Bograkinun Chubagrat Wikili Johnny. Wichi Chichiskabu.
Okay, but Goto is dealt with. There we go.
Sashange bedwana mulera chupawanga kuna konticha watagritog jimulira nicho.
There we go. Cool. Now we can actually return to Close and wrap up those two quests. More HKs. Oh. And they're gonna say...
Diagnostic?
Yeah. I can't fire. it's hurt a little bit, but not too badly. That's not where I want to go. Oh, no, no, no. God damn it. Trying to find my way around, man. Swoop stuff. Ah. Alright, T3. Use you to work your magic. Break down items. Stuff that I reuse. $33. I already have 8. Okay. All I'm missing is the blaster for. Sort of. Not as good as having a different blaster for it, but it's pretty up there. Don't really need my seats. Ridiculous powers. Probably gonna have a lot of dialogue scene if I had to get.
I did not realize that you still existed, especially now that the other generations are activated.
Query, what is it you wish, Fat One?
I see that your recent reassembly has not affected your behavior core, nor your attitude.
Statement. If I require a similar diagnostic in the future, I shall seek out the Iridonian.
Oh, I do not think so. There is much work that needs to be done first.
Query, have we had the misfortune to meet before? I believe I would have remembered one as large as you.
Oh, yes, we have met. And I have not finished with you yet.
Of course. It would be my pleasure.
Meditation envy?
Why don't you go sit on a rocket?
Calm down. What is your problem?
I don't want to talk about it.
All right, you know, Atten, sometimes it's no wonder you can't figure yourself out the way you lie to yourself all the time. I've hunted a lot of people in my line of work, but I never met someone who wants to get lost more than you do. I've got a pretty good idea why, but not the whole picture. I will, though. My advice? Come clean before I find out.
That guy, I don't trust him.
I do. I mean, he's all right, I guess. He's like someone who watches too many holovids. Or teaches them.
Yeah, you're right. He's boring.
Yeah, and that puts him a few ranks up the ladder from you.
What's that supposed to mean? I'm not boring.
No, you're more like a shifty, lying idiot with a tendency to complain about every little thing and offer only small bits of helpful advice if pressured.
Get called out.
He'd get beaten to death on Narshada almost as soon as he landed, though.
Oh, that's good to hear. Thought I had some competition there.
Oh, well, it's not really a competition. I mean, you're kind of an idiot, Atten, and you don't shower enough, and you scratch your equipment when you think no one's looking. Don't take it too hard, though. That still makes you better than most people I've met on Narshada.
Thanks.
And stop watching her. She's got enough problems.
Man, a lot of cutscenes.
Oh, great. What do you want now? To give me a hand? I told you, I don't need any help. Especially from you.
Atten, I feel that perhaps there has been some miscommunication between us concerning the exile.
No, I understand you just fine. Look, I know what's going on in your wannabe Jedi mind. Thought you Jedi or ex-Jedi or whatever you are were supposed to be above all that.
Atten, perhaps I should explain. I see relationships with others in a different light. Not as possessive or carnal. Relationships are, well, there's something shared between two people and give both strength, whether through struggle or whether through affection. I admire her, perhaps even feel for her. It is difficult to be around her and not have such feelings.
Well, yeah, okay.
But she walks a far more difficult path than the rest of us. I care what happens to her, and if I can help her, I will. Perhaps if there is anything we can agree on, it is that we will be there for her when no one else is. And perhaps save her so that she may continue down the road that she must walk.
Oh, they're getting along. The conversation. Mirror's in there, Koto's there. We're not gonna and health for some. Gonna head back to Telos. I like how it's sometimes. Right before we... We can also sell off some of those mines. Because the next place we'll be going to is Duxon, aka Onderon. But Duxon first, for story reasons. But we're not doing that today. Oh no. Still too much. Oh. Interesting. Did not know that they could hear here. That's so. I'm hitting so hard. Oh, no, they're loot. Okay. Back here. Hey, dudes.
So you've returned.
So you're not going to put me under arrest?
While I was disturbed that you chose to defy our orders and obtain transport off Citadel Station, the matter has since been closed. It was the decision of Republic authorities that your testimony would no longer be necessary, and thus you'd be allowed to go. But as we discovered, you had already left. In some ways, it was lucky for us, avoiding a possibly embarrassing situation.
Why would they change their minds?
Why does the Republic do anything? The head doesn't know what the feet are doing. The hands don't even know they've got fingers, let alone where they are. My opinion, they probably performed their independent investigation and figured it wasn't your fault. Anyways, you should just be glad I decided to overlook the fact you escaped arrest. Yeah. And if there's nothing else, I've got a job to do. What is it? I see. And where and when did you kill them? I see. Well, you certainly earned the bounty on those two dangerous criminals. Here it is. I think you'll find the amount more than adequate. The TSF once again thanks you for your cooperation.
Hardly worth it.
So you've returned. Really? That's great news. The situation here hasn't improved at all. What did you discover? Voga the Hutt? That's preposterous. What makes you think we'd be willing to do that? A glut of fuel isn't going to help our position much in this case. It's a resource that's needed throughout the galaxy, and he'll be able to command a high price for it. Still, we don't have much of a choice. We need fuel, and we need it fast. I'll bring this up with the Telosian Council and urge them to broker a deal with Voga. Now, I believe I gave you my word that there would be a reward for information leading to the establishment of a fuel source for the station. Never believed for a moment that you'd actually be collecting it. But I'm a man of my word, so here you are. Now, I've got to send this information to the Council right away.
Cool. 1,000 credits. See, that's worth it. Right to the docks, yeah. This is faster.
You will talk. Defiant statement. There is nothing you can do to me. Do your worst. Agonized exclamation. My photoreceptors! My photoreceptors! Statement. I shall up the charge of your circuits next time. Now, answer the question. Posturing statement. I will never talk. Statement. Then I will have to settle for your screams.
That is one sick droid.
Statement. My prisoner has revealed something of interest. Allow me to share it with you. Statement. The facility that is creating these cruder, unsophisticated versions of me is located on Telos. I propose we go there and turn it into a smoldering crater.
Only possible at the end of the game.
Why are you here?
Because I told her. Told her everything.
Ah, and now you are free?
Yeah, so no more threats, no more of your requests. You and me, we're done.
Did you ever think I truly held you? You're more of a fool than I thought. What truly held you was you, and let me show you why. I once held the galaxy by the throat, as you once held her by the throat and let her die slowly. And your emotion at that point is what you fear. I wielded power like you cannot imagine. Everything I saw was awash with possibilities, spreading outwards, touching everything else. I saw all of that, all that the Force is. And only when it was ripped from me did I truly see it. And I know what lies buried within you, that you hide with your desperate thoughts, your guilt, your lusts. I can unlock that part of you anytime I wish. It is a simple thing, the human mind. Once it feels something strongly, it becomes etched in the memory, the subconscious. Shall I show you? That part of you that hungered to kill Jedi, that took pleasure from it? Or perhaps you will continue to listen to my counsel, and I shall ignore your pathetic attempts at freedom. Now leave me, murderer. I have nothing further to say to one such as you.
Oof. Okay, guys. That's gonna do it for today. I got stuff to do and I have a dinner to look. Well,